Howdy! So today is Saturday, February 4th, and we want to introduce you to Willow's pups. So these pups were born on January 25th. They're 10 days old today. And we're just going to kind of show you a little bit on each pup. We'll start with the girls, and I'm going to work biggest to smallest of the girls. So our biggest female, I'm looking at my list, is Yellow. And Yellow is 1.87 pounds today, so just under 1.9. And if we kind of show her to you, she is what we would call a solid pup. So Vizslas can be a range of any of this reddish color from, light to dark red. Some will have white markings and some don't. Yellow here does not. She is a solid pup. So if we roll her over, we can just take a look and see. We have no white markings. She doesn't want to put her head up. Here in the neck and chest area, their fur is kind of thin on the chest at this age, but that is not white markings. So she's solid. And her front paws are solid. And her back paws are solid as well. So Willow's pups are old enough that they have had their tails and dew claws done. So you may notice that on this litter of pups, a little scab on the end of the tail and little scabs right there on their front paws. But those are just about healed up and they're doing great. Willow's pups have good appetites. They're kind of big puppies. So the next on the list as far as girls, just smaller than Yellow, is Light Pink. She's right here. Light Pink is 1.74 pounds today. Oh, big stretch. And she is also a solid pup. Can you lift your head up? Good. She's squirmy. Their eyes aren't quite opened yet, and she's wondering where her mommy is. Their eyes and their ears will open up soon, and then they will be able to see and hear. So we'll sit Light Pink over there. Let me see. Next on our list is Purple. And Purple is also a solid pup. She today weighs 1.7 pounds. Roll her back. She is solid. She does not have any white markings on her. Okay, after Miss Purple, let me look at my list. We have dark pink and gray that are tied at 1.6 pounds. We'll grab gray right here. Gray is a solid female. She doesn't really want to put her paws out right now. There we go. So solid with Miss Gray. And then dark pink is also 1.6 pounds today. She is the only one of Willow's girls that has any markings. They are very, very slight on her. So she has a tiny little bit right here at her throat. It's faint enough. It's very possible as she grows that will not stay, but it could stay. And then she has the tiniest little bit right here in the groin area. That usually doesn't stay on the dogs at adulthood unless it's really defined as a puppy. Their fur tends to get really thin in the groin area as they grow. So unless it's really defined, that doesn't usually stay. So dark pink is very, very slightly marked. The only female that's marked. So those are Willow's 5 girls. Willow had 9 pups, 5 girls and 4 boys. So we'll go ahead and move on to her boys. And again, we will go biggest to smallest. Mr. Red here is the tank of the litter. He's got a good appetite. He is 2.22 pounds today. And Mr. Red has some markings. So if we look at him, he's again got a little bit in the throat. His is a little bit more defined, so that might stay, but be small. And on his chest, he definitely has, hold still, Betty, a marking right there, slightly right of center on his chest. And then his back feet. I should show you. His front feet are solid. If I can get him to hold still. His back right, he has some white right here on these toes. And on his back left, he's got some white right there on those two toes. So when you have markings on Vizslas, markings on the chest or feet are considered within breed standard and are perfectly fine to be there. Okay, next on our list going down is Blue. So Blue is slightly smaller at 2.11. We're gonna wake him up. Oh, come on, buddy. And if we look at Mr. Blue, he has an arrow-shaped marking on his chest right here. Kind of shaped like a sideways V, like a little bit of an arrow right there on his chest. And he has very slight in his groin. That probably won't stay at maturity. There's only a few little white hairs. Oh, he does not want me holding him still. His front paws are solid. And his back paws. Whoa, don't flop out of my arms. And his back paws are solid. And he wants to be put down. He was upset that he got woke up and it wasn't Mama, huh? Okay, next on our list, going smaller, is boys. Of the boys is Green at 1.85 pounds. Here's Mr. Green taking a little snooze. We look at Green. He has a long chest marking right down the center of his chest. A very definite marking that will certainly stay. And then Green also has some marking. I should show you. His front paws are solid. His back right is solid. He's got 2 white toes on his back left. All right, and then last but not least, the smallest of the males, but still very decent sized, is Mr. Orange. He's 1.82 pounds today. Pick him up, work him out from under there. As far as Orange markings, he has a very little bit right here in his throat. I really don't think that's going to stay visible, but there's always a possibility it could slightly be there. Nothing's on his chest. His front paws are solid. His back right has a little bit of a frosting. It's not a solid white, but a frosting on those toes. His back left might have a couple white hairs, but is mostly solid on Mr. Orange. So those are Willow's 9 pups. Growing great, healthy, eyes will be opening soon, and then life will really get exciting.